think I'm going to try and do another cold start today before it warms up, though it's already 39 degrees out. I started this one the day after I started the Raleigh Schreier in the last video. I wanted to start it in a video, but then I realized I could do it on my own for once because it's kind of a pain to film it and do it at the same time. So you have to think about the camera at the same time. Because then it would have made a pretty good video because there was nice long icicles sticking off of the flywheels and things. Could impale you and cut you open or something. This is a 6 horsepower Sandow. I was going to point it out in the last video, but the camera's battery died just as I was walking over to it. Made in Waterloo, Iowa. It's the exact same size as the Raleigh Schreier, but it looks way different. It has a smaller bore because it runs, if I remember correctly, this one runs twice as fast as the Raleigh Schreier to get the same horsepower out of it. The flywheels aren't near as bulky, it's a little more lightweight. The Raleigh Schreier has more of a slow chug to it, and this has more of a hard bang. This has more of a general shape to it. The Raleigh Schreier is more of a styled shape. Anyway, I started it the day after the Raleigh Schreier, so everything should work pretty good. I have to get the battery and everything. I set this board up to put that on so it's out of snow. Unlike the Raleigh Schreier, I was putting it on a porcelain thing. It kept sliding around. That was kind of a pain. This should start fairly easy. It's hit and miss engine. They're not normally too cold-blooded. They don't really care much. So, I guess I'll get started. Battery. Okay, we should be all hooked up. There should be some gas left in here. I'm going to check from when I started the last time. We drain this normally because it could fill with water and crack the bowl. But I left it this time so I could record it here, because I knew I'd be recording it at some point. Nope, need gas. I don't need much. This thing don't go through much. It goes through a little more than the Raleigh Schreier, but that's more because of how it's set up. My dad traded a Model A coupe for this engine. It was all in pieces, if I remember right. When he got the engine, it was on its original skid still. We have that lying somewhere. I don't remember if it was stuck or not. At some point in its life, somebody replaced the carburetor. It would have had a bigger Lunkenheimer on it than this. I think it had a 1 3/4 inch Lunkenheimer or a 1.5 inch Lunkenheimer. This is a 3/4. Okay. Dropped the camera there. Sorry about that. Just gotta find a place to sit it, and I dropped it. Whoops. So, could try. So it should start pretty easy. Started it for 3 days. Cat knocked the camera over open bad. But you can see it has a harder thump than the Raleigh Schreier. Slowing down here. That's pretty good. Well, that probably just deafened the camera for a moment. Thing drips really badly, but it gets by. Okay, so let's try and slow it down here. Shut it off here so I can loosen the spring here. Okay, so I had this turned so it would be tighter for the cold weather. Come on, you can do it. Come on, there you go. I do that. I'll turn this back out now. This presses spring tension on the latch out arm that keeps the exhaust valve open. So the farther you turn this in, the harder it resists to keep the latch out arm in. So, should work, right? Oh, so close. try that again. Flooded. Tell me it works. Nice. Now from there, I can fine tune it so it barely goes. I think I did too much. Yep. One half turn there. See, the perk of this adjuster is it can be really finely tuned. You got a soft enough spring there. Come on. There we go. I could a little bit and get it one more revolution of free flow till it How we doing? And this is half the fun of working on these, is get them slow as possible. Now to get real in depth on it, you can adjust the timing here and everything to get it so it can really go slow. But I'm not going to get that in depth on a video like this today. I kind of want to do a video of that in the future. This one's already set up to run slow. I think I've got it at its max, its lowest for the cold right now. Pretty much as good as we'll get right now. That's pretty good for 40-degree weather. Oil and grease is thick right now. Hot summer day, this thing can really coast. But you notice it has a harder thump and a lot longer free spin than the Raleigh Schreier. Because it has a lot more, it has a longer stroke and a smaller cylinder, if I remember correctly when I measured. But it runs faster, so it gets the same horsepower. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, why are you watching it? If you want to see more hit and miss related stuff and other info, because I'm going to be doing some ignition videos here in the future to teach people how to do ignitions on hit and miss for low tension and modern high tension stuff. I'll also be working on Clinton engines and a bunch of smaller air-cooled things, but hopefully there'll be a lot more videos of the big flywheel ones too. So, hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.